Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Serein, and this is going to be a makeup collection tour and declutter. Now, if you've been around for the last 10 years, you know that my makeup collection used to be insane. I used to have a dedicated beauty room and beauty bathroom where I was just fully stocked, and it was in the heyday of YouTube PR, crazy PR boxes, which was very unsustainable and honestly caused me a lot of stress. Shortly after having my house be taken over by beauty products that I was receiving to test out, as well as products I purchased myself, I kind of came to a breaking point, realizing that it was just unsustainable financially, lifestyle-wise, and mentally. It was causing me a lot of anxiety, feeling like I had to owe these brands reviews and opinions on their products that were launching literally every week. And I felt like I had to keep up with what everybody was reviewing and try to find the next hot product on top of all of the products that were being sent in, which was definitely a privilege. And I am very, very grateful and proud to have been able to create a career and provide for my family for about the last 8 years. Since I got pregnant in 2020, I even further reevaluated the type of content I wanted to create. And you'll notice that I focused more on helping you relax, de-stress, and unwind from your life, from your day, and find peace when you're watching content. This is going to be an example of a realistic beauty guru, ex-beauty guru, makeup lovers, makeup collection. It should never become an entire room. It should never take over your life or your house, even if it is your career, because it is just incredibly overwhelming, costly, mentally and financially. And it's just unrealistic. These products expire. No reason to just have stockpiles of products for one person. And I would always do my best to donate as much as I could that I wasn't opening or even trying, and also gifting to my friends and family. And I would even have little beauty sales where I would just open up to anybody in my community and they would know me, and I would help them disinfect anything they would want if they wanted it. They could just take as much as they wanted, donate some cash, and we would take the cash and donate it to a women's shelter. All of that required a lot of time, a lot of decluttering, a lot of mental capacity and financial capacity that just wasn't realistic anymore, and it wasn't making me happy. I love beauty. I love beauty products. I love testing things. I just had to find a way that was more consistent with what I wanted in my life, what would make sense for us. So this is everything I have. I'm going to show you what's going on. And even then, it's too much. This is too much for somebody who loves makeup, because I'm just not going to get through everything. So I want to declutter. I don't like using the term makeup collection because we shouldn't be collecting makeup, but it's just kind of the universal term that social media has made it. But know that what I have now is still unsustainable, unrealistic, and even though it's still part of my job, I'm just not going to get through all of it. So before it expires, I want to hopefully be able to sanitize and donate what I can. If it's expired or unsanitizable, not a word, I am going to try to find a way to recycle what I can and toss what I can't. And then anything that is brand new that I'm not going to get to or I have doubles of, I do monthly giveaways over on my Substack /newsletter/blog. Basically, I migrated my newsletter, which was again costing me tens of thousands of dollars over the past few years, to Substack, which is completely free. It's a paid for service if you want it, but all of my content on Substack is free. If you want to be a paid subscriber, I appreciate that. It helps me continue to create content without having to deal with brands as much. And I have a group chat for paid subscribers, but that's really it. You can still enter the giveaways. You can still get all of my newsletters and updates, and there's different versions of Substack. So I have the newsletter, and then I have my musings. My musings is literally like my brain dump, my mind dump, and random things that don't belong in the blog, long form videos or short form videos over on other socials. And sign up to be notified via email for everything I post or just the newsletters. You'll go into your account and adjust it yourself. myself. It's a learning curve, but it's much more affordable for me to do Substack than it was for me to continue to pay ConvertKit. And I wrote a whole blog post about why I'm cutting business costs. So once again, cutting business costs, cutting costs in general is a better way for me to maintain my ability to create content, make a little bit of money, and also find other things to support my lifestyle and my family, because I don't want content creation to be my number one income anymore. I've been doing it for 10 years. I love creating content, but what I love more about creating content is the freedom of expression and not having to worry about every little perception of me. And no matter what anybody ever says, as much as we try to be 1,000% authentic, honest, once money comes into play, once brand deals come into play, once PR lists and events, all that comes into play, there is a tiny little bit that creeps in where once this becomes a business and once your livelihood and your family depends on it, you do start to have a little bit more of a filter. Now, I, once again, have always tried to be 1,000% honest with product reviews. I feel like I've done a very good job, so much so that was why it kind of didn't become as lucrative, because I wasn't willing to compromise my integrity around pushing products when I realized that the beauty industry was getting a little out of control with the product launches. I had first started, product launches were not as crazy as it was in the highs of the 2015, 2016s. And then it just like really got crazy and insane. And even now it's slowed down a little, but I still feel like it's pretty out there. Another thing I want to mention is that my shopping, I've always had a shopping problem. I think it stems from fixing my depression and anxiety and lack of self-esteem. A lot of those true feelings and underlying issues were being soothed through consumerism, through shopping, thinking that the next concealer, the next handbag, the next outfit would make me feel better, would make me feel like a whole person, would help soothe the depression and anxiety. And there was a dopamine rush, but it wasn't actually fixing the problem, and it just put me into debt. And then I found YouTube, and it kind of gave me an excuse to keep that consumerism, that shopaholicism going, and everything just came crashing down after dealing with grief and then postpartum depression and all of that stuff. So I just want to say that if you are sad, if you are not feeling that great and you want to go buy something, maybe put it down on a list first and give yourself a day, 24 hours, 48 hours, if you still want to go buy it. But I find that when I'm feeling down, I have the urge to go shop. So that's something that I'm still working on to this day, as I am still recovering from postpartum depression, but at this point I think it's just depression. So let's get started with the makeup declutter. Welcome to my vanity. This is where I keep all of the makeup that I've opened and used. And obviously this area is a little bit of a mess. We've got a mirror, and then we've got all of the makeup that I like to reach for. We've got one drawer where I keep my lash extensions as well as my brushes I reach for the most, and some tools. And then we have two drawers over here. This drawer is mainly lip products, and then this drawer is face products like color, blush, bronzer, things like that. And that is pretty much everything. Now, the kick of it is, this is my makeup bag, and these are actually the products I use every day. And even in here, I don't reach for everything. My house just decided to spontaneous combust. This is more than I need. I would need my makeup brushes, but in terms of products, this is more than what I would need, which is crazy if you think about how many steps I used to have and how many products I used to reach for at my makeup desk every single day. So that's really it. If you guys want a separate video of seeing all of the products I reach for every day, I can do a detail of this bag. Here is an overhead shot of what I look at whenever I open up my vanity. Here's the little mirror. I really like this desk. I got it from Walmart. If I can find it, I will link it for you guys. And this is kind of what we're working with on a daily basis. So we need to go through this, and then we need to go through whatever is happening here. And these two drawers over here. And then under my desk is where I keep products for my giveaways. And then I do have these cabinets here, which has some of the products I want to get into or backups of my absolute favorites like Revitalash. Those are products that I want to test out pretty soon. And then down there are it's where I keep my lash extensions, those books. Some towels are on the right. A makeup drawer of some of my favorites and products that I might want to get to later. And some skincare, so extra cleansers, SPF, things like that. And if you want to see more skincare, like my current everyday skincare, then I'm happy to make videos as that. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see from me moving forward in terms of beauty products. And if you want more lifestyle content, like what I do now for money, for work, what I eat in a day, things like that, check out my other channel at More Serein Woo. And that's kind of where I share more of my everyday. It's where I post a little bit more consistently. But when it comes to beauty, I slow down in terms of content because I just don't think there needs to be a new video every week. So let's start in this section over here where I try to focus on foundations and powders. A lot of these products just aren't getting used, so I'm most likely going to get rid of them so that they get to be used up before they go bad. And if I want them, I'll repurchase it. Here's the Summer Friday Sheer Skin Tint. I purchased this last summer. It's really good. It's just definitely coming up on its expiration. I have the shade number 4. I really love this product. Very liquidy, very sheer, a beautiful true skin tint. My only thing about this is I do wish, because I typically wear skin tints for the summer, that this had an SPF 30 or higher. I would still wear an SPF, but I do like having that added protection during the summer months. And I'll show you later what I use now. It feels really lovely on the skin, and it does just give you a wash of evening out the skin tone, taking down any redness, minimizing some of the darkness, but it's a light coverage that feels like nothing on the skin. So I do like it, just gonna pass it on. Here's the Say Slip Tint. This is in 3.5. This shade is a little bit too dark on me, and I did get the shade 3 for my normal skin tone. Now, the reason I was keeping this around was because it is a half step darker for me, which is perfect when I get a little bit more tan. But here's the thing, I just don't think it's the right undertone compared to the shade number 3. I've had this for a while, so I am going to let it go. However, I already have one in the shade 3 in my everyday makeup bag. This is the Misha Perfect Cover BB Cream, and it is $14 or between $12 and $14. This is an incredibly high coverage SPF foundation. It's called the Perfect Cover BB Cream. It has SPF 42. I have the shade number 23 in Natural Beige. I loved it at first, but then I noticed in photos and videos whenever I wore this, and it does go on a little gray, but then it kind of blends into your skin. What I noticed was that because it's such a full coverage product, that it was starting to sink into my fine lines, and I don't even have that many. I am 40 years old. There is some wear and tear on my skin, but not nearly as much as what this product does to my skin. So I'm gonna let it go because I found better products with high coverage SPF. I just don't reach for this that much because I have been using the Say one. I forget what it's called, but it's their jelly one. It's not Sun Glow, it's their Glowy Super Gel, which is in, but I get the champagne-y one. So I love this. This is a great affordable drugstore option. I don't believe it's cruelty-free though. So if you're cruelty-free, check out the Say gel tint, and then yeah, so it's just up to you, but this one's really nice if you're on a budget or if you just don't want to go get the Say one. The Say one's a little bit more jelly like, this one's a little bit more cream, and I'll swatch it for you. This is definitely more of a cream base, and it has more structure to it versus the Say one, which is a lot more watery, but still gel-like. So this gives you a nice wash of color, very glowy. It's also really nice underneath makeup or alone or just on the high points of your cheekbones and where you want highlighted. It's a very beautiful product. I just don't reach for it, so I'm gonna let it go. That L'Oreal Lumi Glow, it also comes in like 5 different shades, so you'll find something for you. Here's the Fenty Beauty Ease Drop Blur and Smooth Tint Stick. I bought this because everybody was talking about it, but to be honest, I don't love it. I'm not a foundation girl anymore. I'm a skin tint, and I don't need to keep so many foundations around. So it does dry out pretty quickly is from what I hear. I've had this for not that long and it does feel like it's getting a little dry. So I'm gonna give this away to someone who matches my skin tone before it fully dries out. Here is the Pixi Flawless Beauty Primer in Hydrating Glow Primer. I don't even remember if I actually used this more than once. I was trying to find something to replace my Euphoria primer that I was using every day, and this one I think is just a little too rosy. I like how you could sheer it out and it has a nice glow, but I've also been using the e.l.f. SPF 30 that has a glow to it, so it's like too much glow for me to layer the SPF that glows and then a primer that glows. So I'm going to let this go. Here is a foundation that I probably spent way too much money on, but it's so lovely. I saw Kirby Johnson. Is it Kirby Johnson? Is that her last name? Kirby from, what is their podcast? Kirby and Sarah's podcast. But Los Angeles. Yes, I saw her talk about this because they use this foundation on Euphoria. I never watched Euphoria, but I love the makeup from that show. So this is a very gel-like textured foundation. It's very lightweight. I love how lightweight it is. It does evaporate because of the packaging, but I get why the packaging's the way it is. That looks scary, but my hand is definitely darker than my face. And I want to show you how easy it is to just kind of like melt it into the skin. It's one of those foundations that's like very expensive, but you kind of understand why once you wear it a bunch. And Susan Yara also talks about this in one of her videos, and that's why I ended up buying it. I really love that just like skin, but a little bit more finish, and it's a very gel-like consistency that dries down and you don't feel it on your skin, and it wears beautifully. Something that I have noticed as I've gotten older is it doesn't matter if I don't have a ton of wrinkles or anything like that, but heavier, fuller coverage products will accentuate the texture of my skin. So I will always have more enlarged pores because that's just genetically how my pores are. It doesn't matter what I do skincare wise, I just minimize the appearance of them, but the genetic size of my pores are the genetic size, and they kind of look more enlarged depending on the products I wear. So this is one of those products that if you have more mature skin or more textured skin, this is going to help you like kind of camouflage that without accentuating the texture. Now, if you love a full coverage, this product is not for you. I have this Physicians Formula powder foundation in Creamy Natural. It's called the Airbrush Pressed Powder. I love a good old powder foundation, but once again, I've just noticed I need less and less powder as I get older. My favorite powders are going to be from Jouer, Ilia, and Kem Kwan, even Charlotte Tilbury, so I'm going to let this go. This is from Danessa Myricks. This is very innovative. I bought this because of Janet the Chemist, and it's the Yummy Skin No. 3 Blurring Balm Powder. This is a beautiful base for like no makeup or for using on your oily T-zone underneath makeup. I really love it. I haven't used it enough, so I'm definitely going to keep it and try and use it more. I like that it even comes with a little spatula. Let me just swatch the No. 3 for you. It's a very unique product that minimizes shine and oil and pore size, but it's not really a makeup at the same time, if that makes sense. It's more Janet the Chemist on Instagram and TikTok definitely explains it much better because she's a cosmetic chemist. but this feels so good. It's like the most unique texture. And once again, you're gonna see it more on my hand because my hand is darker than my face. But yeah, it just absorbs oil like crazy, and I have oily T-zone, so this is perfect for that. Love it. I have this one size powder. Honestly, I haven't really used it, and it's in translucent, so I'm gonna keep it to try and use it at least a little bit. I love Patrick Starr. He's one of the OGs, always super, super kind, very positive, supportive human being. So I'm gonna keep this and try it out even more. So I'm going to keep this and just reuse it. A lot of these products I kind of like forget about that I have. Those were eyeshadows, so I'm going to move it to the eyeshadow section. So that kind of clears up this one area. This is all of my face makeup that's left. Obviously not my everyday face makeup, but makeup that I would reach for enough, and I definitely am happy with how I've cleared this out. I think I'm even going to take some of the stuff out of my everyday and put it back in here and even make my everyday bag smaller. Let's move into powders over here. Let's see. Hopefully you can see. I can't see the viewfinder. This is one of my favorite translucent powders. This is the Ilia Translucent Powder Fade Into You. I've gone through another one of these back in the day. I love the packaging because you can lock it up or keep it open. I'm going to keep it because it is one of my favorites and I want to keep it. This is from Kevyn Aucoin, a very similar like product, the loose powder. And again, it's a very, very good finely milled powder. This one does have a little bit more of a beigey tint, which is better for the summer times, I feel like. It just helps mattify. Again, I like the packaging because you can seal it in, and this way it's not going to be a mess if you throw it into your bag or anything like that. Here is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. I wear the shade 2 Medium. This is one of those really amazing finishing powders that just blurs all of your pores, makes you look like a porcelain doll. Now, I don't love how it's starting to look, so I might clean it up, see how it goes, and then decide. But it's a staple. I've gone through maybe 1 or 2 of these. This is from Make. I love Make Beauty. They make really innovative like skin products with like pops of color. This is diffused set translucent pressed powder. Now I really like it, but I have other ones I like more, like the Charlotte Tilbury and my Jouer one that's in my everyday makeup bag. So I'm gonna let this go so that somebody else can get some love. I have a mini of the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder, so I'm actually going to put this in like a travel makeup case. So I am gonna keep it, but I'm gonna move it to a travel area. Moving into bronzers and blushes. This is the Make bronzer. It's the Skin Mimic Micro Suede bronzer in Lunar. This is a very beautiful powder bronzer. It's very, very light and I like it. I just don't really use powder bronzers lately, so I'm gonna let it go. Here is the Say Medium Bronze in Sun Melt. I love this product. However, I really, really like their new liquid bronzer. It melts even better. I am gonna keep this around because I think it's a really good staple product to have, and I've clearly like purchased it and want to keep it. So they did send me their newest liquid bronzer and I've been using that every day because it's just so beautiful. This is in medium bronze. Let me just swatch that for you in case you wanted to see what it looked like. It's a very light, warm bronze and it works very, very well. You can't really see it on my hand because my hand is a lot darker, but there we go. It's a very subtle shade. You could always get a darker shade if you wanted. The only thing about these cream products is it drives me crazy that like little fuzzies get in there. And then of course, because I have a cat and a dog and a toddler, I always have to like take tweezers and pull out the little hairs. Just because it drives me a little nutty to see them in my products. Is it just me, or do you also have that urge? But yeah, I try to get rid of some of the little fuzzies. And it's good to declutter and just clean out your makeup, but also to clean it up and take care of it. So I'm just gonna close that up now that I got rid of those fuzzies. This is from Tower 28, one of my favorite brands. This is their Bronzino in West Coast. I used a lot of this last summer and the summer before. It's a really beautiful creamy bronze. It's a beautiful all over face, even like cheek topper. I just don't use it that much anymore. My makeup style's kind of changed, so I'm gonna let this go. This is Dibs Statistics, or no, this is Dibs Blush. What is it called? It's never written on these, but basically it's the bronze spill the tea. So you've got the bronzer on one side and the blush on another. This is in shade number 3, which is a beautiful shade. 1.5 is my favorite go-to everyday shade. And then I've also been playing with 5.5, which is my friend Jenny's favorite shade. So these are very wearable, very, very user-friendly, and they just look good. They're easy, so I keep them around. I have, these are the Glow Tour ones, I think. So this one is a really pretty shimmery peach. You can use it as like a topper. This looks beautiful on a pool day, just kind of everywhere. And then this is the bronzer. These bronzers are more deep with the Glow Tour ones. So the bronzer is definitely going to be more a color payoff, a little harder to blend. Blendable, just a little more obvious that it's there. So there's that one. And then this one is in Aura, and this one has like a color changing, I want to say, blush. So you can see it comes off like almost silver in there, but then you see this and it comes off a little bit more fuchsia, which is very interesting. And then this side, which is clear, this is the highlight almost, and then you'll see that it does come off very highlighty. And here is 5.5. This is the berry, almost like a mauvey berry blush, which is really, really stunning. And then the bronzer on this one, which is a little bit more deep. Oh, my finger's stained, but there's a deeper bronze on that side. Move into this little section over here. Here's the Kevyn Aucoin, the Sensual Skin Enhancer. This is beautiful. I have 05. This is such a classic product. You can use this and mix it with your tinted moisturizer. You could use it with your SPF. It is a drier product and it can be used alone. You can shear it out, but what it was intended for was to be used as a mix-in to add color. And I keep it around because it's such a classic and such a like all-in-one. So if you're traveling and you just want to bring this and skincare, it would work. The NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Custard. This is a stunning matte concealer, perfect for blemishes. I would not put this under your eyes. I would use it to cover any discoloration or blemishes, and I would use something a little creamier, more emollient for under the eyes, but this is a classic as well. RMS Beauty, this is something that I've used for years. It's the Uncover Up. I wear the shade 22. It is such a good under eye, all over, wherever you need it. This, I feel like, was the inspiration for Glossier Stretch Concealer. Maybe not, maybe so, but before Glossier Stretch Concealer, this is what I used, and I've repurchased this a few times. It is a clean makeup brand, so I always get hesitant, make sure it doesn't smell funky. This one still smells good, so I'm still keeping it. And I actually want to probably rotate some of this into my everyday to get some use out of some classic favorites that I forgot about. I do have to do that makeup bag Monday, or just switch up my makeup basket Monday, where I just add in some products to really test out again. New and old, right? I used to do that here. This is the Dior Forever Skin Concealer. This is a beautiful creamy concealer. It works well all over the face as well as under your eyes. Mine's pretty old. I wear the shade 1N. I loved it. I'm gonna like pass this on though because it's getting a little crusty and I just haven't reached for it in a while, but I really like Dior products. And also it's a little too bright. I really wanted to love these e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wands, and they're not bad. I just think I have other products I prefer to reach for. So this is the Fair or Light Contour, and the shades are great. It's a very good contour stick. It's a very good contour color. I just don't really contour anymore. I use a bronzer, and that's about it. So this is the highlight in Champagne. Again, very, very beautiful. I just don't really reach for them. So part of me wants to keep them and reach for them, but I don't know. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to keep them a little longer. I'm just going to yeah. Yes, I will just keep them just a tiny bit longer. Here is the NARS Tinted Blur Sculpt Stick, and this is in the shade Neutral Light. I used quite a bit of this. This is all that's left of the product. So I've just found other things I liked since I purchased this. I like the Westman Atelier one a lot, and that's just what I've been reaching for if I'm going to use a contour stick. Here is a Pixi Under Eye Brightener. It's called the CC Crayon. I really wanted this to work. It just didn't work for me. It's too orange and it kind of just added creasing because it's very dry formula, which is unfortunate. But if you have oily or under eyes, I think this would work for you. Let's move into this drawer, which looks like mascara, brows, and eyeliners. I'm probably going to get rid of pretty much almost everything in here. This is the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. I think there's a lawsuit from Benefit with them because, I mean, Roller Lash, Lash and Roll, the wand is exactly the same and everything. So the wand is a very classic plastic bristle, which isn't my favorite. I find that I prefer a traditional bristle. It's not bad. It's good. It's just not something I've been reaching for. This is the Milk Kush Clear Brow Gel. I didn't love this, which was a shocker because I loved Milk Makeup Kush Mascara, and I just feel like it didn't do anything for me, so I'm gonna let that go. I have this brow lift from e.l.f. I just don't use it. I'm not a big fan of like a frozen brow look. I like something a little bit more natural. I also got my brows microbladed, so I don't even really do my brows anymore. And then I have the e.l.f. Soap Brow, which I actually prefer. If you're gonna get either one, I prefer the Soap Brow. The Soap Brow, you will need to wet your spoolie and use it like a traditional soap brow wax. But I just don't reach for these lately, so I'm going to let them go. I love this Air Brow from Kosas. I've gone through countless of these. I purchased them myself at this point because I no longer get PR from them. And I'm just such a huge fan of Kosas still. But I am not going to keep this because it's empty. I actually need to toss this. This is the Tower 28 Mascara. This is a really lovely mascara. It does a great job at holding your curl and separating your lashes. Not super voluminous, more lengthening and curling. It's great for sensitive eyes. Perfect for sensitive eyes. It's just very old, so I'm going to let that go. This is a very lovely mascara. This is the Huron Make Mascara. And if you have stubborn Asian lashes like me, or if you just have stubborn lashes, I recommend this mascara so much. It also will never run on you. I can wear it to work out and it will stay. It's a biatch to remove, but it does come with a remover, or you can buy the one that comes with the remover, or you can just buy the remover separately. This is very, very good for volume and curl. Milk Kush Mascara. So I loved this product when it first launched. I have to play with it a little bit more, but what I noticed was when I was trying it out again that I got panda eyes after it. I know they make a waterproof version, but I remember not having this problem when I first tried it out when it first launched years ago. So I think I need to play with it again to figure out if it's the formula or if it was just a freak incident. But it's hard to want to try a product that kind of ran all over your face. So maybe I'm a sweatier person. I don't know. I need to pull this out to try more frequently though. Let's talk some Dibs eyeliner. These were actually discontinued. They were really, really good. But I can kind of see why they were discontinued because mine keeps breaking. So I'm just going to let these go because they're not the best when it comes to manufactured. This is a Sephora brow pencil. I'm going to keep it even though I have microbladed even though I got my brows microbladed, I just want to keep one just in case because I do need a retouch pretty soon. It is the NYX Professional Brown Waterproof Eyeliner. I like a brown eyeliner. I think it's just much more subtle, and I love that this is actually a calligraphy pen. Like, it gives me a softer line and it's easier to work with for myself. So I love this product. I love these eyeliners from Make. I do wish that they used a calligraphy versus a felt pen, but I feel like these are so fun, and I keep the colors just because summer's coming around, and I thought even if I don't wear any makeup, it would be fun to do like a purple or a teal eyeline. So since I have them, I'm going to keep them. Let's talk some lip products. So this is the Wonder Skin lip tint or lip mask. I forget what shade it is and the sticker fell off. So this is the thing that like goes on crazy purple and then you wipe it off and it stains your lips perfectly. So I used to love this, and then I discovered the Sache lip liner. It's peel off, and I use it all over the lips as well. So I prefer that one more, so I'm gonna get rid of this. Power 28 in Magic. This was their Kung Fu Panda collab. It's such a pretty golden glow of a clear lip gloss. Very, very beautiful. Love it. And it smells so good. It smells like vanilla, so I'm keeping that. Love the lip softies from Tower 28. This one is in the Dolce de Leche shade and flavor, which is one of my favorites. And I can't find my Summer Friday one. I literally lost it recently. So I think I'm going to throw this in my purse because it is that perfect little like wash of tint. This is the Jouer Cosmetics what is this called? Essential Lip Enhancing Shine Balm in Bare Rose. It's a beautiful, beautiful finish. I just don't love the shade on myself, so I'm going to let that go. But the Essential Lip Enhancers are such a beautiful tinted balm. They feel so amazing. I have some of these NARS. These are called the Afterglow Sensual Shine lipsticks. I just don't really wear lipsticks, but this is a really pretty shade. However, I just don't wear them, like I say, so I feel like I should just let them go. I can keep like 1 or 2 lipsticks, right? It's a really pretty shade too. That was in the shade Voyeur. And then the top shade is going to be in High Gear. So beautiful. Very perfect, like everyday lips. Oh, I want to keep them. I think I'm just going to keep them a little bit longer. They're so good. I have this Tower 28 one liner. It's a multi-use liner. You can use this all over your face, eyes, everything. This one is in the shade Work of Art, I want to say is the shade. These are great. I'm obsessed with these. I love these. And they just launched a couple new shades. Best lip balm for under lip products, DHC lip cream. It's not super glossy, but it's very hydrating, so it makes a perfect base for your lipsticks. And I've used up so much of it. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can, but I used up so much of it. We are going to Japan this fall, and I really want to probably stock up on those. So this is the Dior Lip Glow Oil Color Reviver. It's a cherry oil, and I got the shade 12. It's just a very basic lip oil. I don't know how I feel about it. I bought it because it kind of went viral, but it has like a minty texture, and I don't know, man. It's in rosewood. Maybe I'll try it out a little bit longer. This is Euphoria's blush in But Tonight. I really love this brownie color. It's one of my favorite shades of blush. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna no longer promote them for a while until I speak to them directly, just based on the controversy. So I'm gonna let that go. Are you still with me? Let's move on to blush. The Halo Glow Beauty Wand Blush. This one I definitely think I'm gonna get rid of because I never reach for it and I don't even really like it. It's like, where am I gonna wear that to for a blush? Now, if I have very deep skin tone, I think this would make a beautiful highlight. Not for my skin tone though. It's too glowy for a blush. So that's gonna go. Here is the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in the shade Dusty Rose. Now, I was shocked at how much I loved this product. I think it's actually better than the Rare Beauty one that it's a total dupe of. In fact, I like the shade range of the e.l.f. one more. I like the price point. I think it's much more blendable than the Rare Beauty one. And I'm probably going to get rid of all my Rare Beauty ones because I prefer this one and the color payoff plus the blendability, because the Rare Beauty one makes me look a little psycho sometimes. This is from Milk Makeup. This is the Quickie Lip and Cheek. I love this for fall and winter. It is such a beautiful berry shade. It reminds me a lot of, what is that Clinique one? Black Honey? That's like, it's so pretty. Okay, so I have a problem. I bought this Westman Atelier blush and I love it. I really do, but I never reach for it and I don't know why, and I cannot part with it because it was so expensive. I think I'm gonna just keep it a little bit longer. This is in the shade Choquette Baby Blush Stick. I love Westman Atelier. I just feel like I've picked the wrong shades, so I don't know, maybe it'll work while I'm a little bit tanner. It just didn't look that good on me, but I think I'm going to try it out a little bit longer. Packaging's stunning. Here are some tints. These are great. So this is the Pixie by Petra Sheer Gel Tint. This is one of those classics that when I first started YouTube, I fell in love with because it was affordable. It's a beautiful stain that just brightens up your face, and you can use it on your cheeks and your lips. And then this is the Benetint, which is a classic and much more reasonable size, by the way. Nobody needs how much they used to give, and a much better applicator. I used to use the one with the brush. I don't know if I need both of these. I mean, they're so classic. I think I'm just gonna keep it. So one of the last events I went to before I got pregnant was from Laura Mercier, and they used to give me PR. I don't think I'm on their PR list anymore. This is the best blush, Ginger, and a makeup artist put this on me. I would never think that Ginger is like the perfect blush, but it looks like nothing on my hand. It looks like nothing when I swatch it, but I swear to you, if I want the perfect flush, this on my cheeks is magical, and that's why it's still in my makeup collection. This is the Tower 28 Kung Fu Panda. This is a beautiful red blush, which I never thought I could wear this, but if you sheer it out on the cheeks, and I wore this all through winter into early spring, it is absolutely stunning. Now, we're in summer. This is a cream product. I think someone else will get more out of this, so I'm going to let it go for now. Let's move into eye products. This is the Pacifica eyeshadow palette in Cocoa Nudes. It's a cocoa butter infused mineral eyeshadow. So I love Pacifica products. These are really, really pretty, very like easy to work with, very easy to blendable, very easy to blend. There's a couple like, that's a really pretty like purpley shade. And then this is like a really pretty, just deep browny purple. So very gorgeous shades. Cardamom, I've never really even used cardamom, but that's stunning too. Anyways, this is one that's just a classic, so I'm gonna keep that. I'm not a huge palettes girl anymore, but I do like to keep a couple in hand. Speaking of in hand, coffee in hand from Dibs. This is a very cool toned neutrals palette, which I like certain shades. I can't wear the entire palette on my eyes. I feel like it's too cool toned for me, but I love these corners. I love these base shades. This is a really pretty all over. They're very buttery, very blendable. I love this for a brow highlight. They are good quality. I love the size of them as well. Makeup by Mario. This is the Ethereal Eyes eyeshadow palette, and Chris got this for me for Christmas one year. I never reached for it. Unfortunately, it was sold out when I wanted it, and he like searched high and low and got it for me for Christmas. So I still keep it because I feel like I have to keep it. But I mean, the glitters are a little patchy. I feel like the product was so hyped up on socials, but look at that glitter. It's kind of patchy. Like, it's not impressive to me. And then the mattes are a little chalky. Like, they have good payoff, but they're a little drying on the eyes. So I think I am gonna let this go. It's kind of one of those wah products, overhyped, didn't live up to its potential or the hype. This product did. This product is stunning. It's from Jouer. It's their Essential Eyeshadow Palette. Essential Matte and Shimmer Eyeshadow Palette. Now, obviously, I was gifted this back in the day when it launched, like years ago, but I have since purchased it myself because it is that good. It's your essential mattes and shimmers. Now, I do wish that there was like a more golden-y shade in here and maybe a more plummy shade for my eyes, but it's so good. Of course, I'm keeping this. This is why I hate the beauty community sometimes, and you have to be careful who you follow hype-wise. I bought this. I ran out and bought this because of a certain huge TikTok beauty influencer, and I was like, I don't need this. What is the point of this? Like, I never used it because I had to buy this to activate it, and I was just like, this is stupid. It's messy. It's not. No. So I'm just gonna let this go. It was one of those moments where I was weak and I saw these videos on TikTok and she was getting millions, like tens of millions of views, and I'm like, well, she's got to be telling the truth, right? Now and later to find out her integrity is a piece of shit. Okay, continuing on with eyeshadows. We have these beautiful chromatic eyeshadows from Make. They're so stunning. So they look like that, and then you swatch them and look at, so pretty. Such a good color payoff too. So this one is in the shade Stardust. We have the shade Blaze. I believe I was wearing this quite a bit because it is a really beautiful bronzy gold flecked one. And then I have this purple, which is Purple Haze. Very, very Taylor Swift-esque. Look at that. Look at that. Did you guys see that? It's so pretty. I'm barely pressing on these too. So, oh no, I'm making it dirty. Quartz. And this is just a really pretty silver. I definitely feel like I'm keeping all of these, even though they're not something I reach for every day. They're so beautiful that when I want to like spice up my makeup, like this one's Onyx. It's a black silvery midnight shade. It's so easy to do with these, what are they officially called? Multi-chromatic metal reflecting eyeshadow. And then this one is in Glaze. This one's so pretty. Look at that. Oh, these are stunning. I think there's two more shades that I was not sent, which if you guys are interested, just check out their website, follow them on their socials. You'll be able to see what's going on. Oh no, don't break. They're so, so pretty. One of my absolute like favorite launches when it comes to eyeshadows lately. I just think they're so pretty. So I'm going to, and you can sheer it out too. You don't have to wear it super pigmented. This is a Charlotte Tilbury Easy Eye Palette for the Charlotte Darling look. Look how pretty that is. Anytime I wear Charlotte Tilbury eye palettes, I always get compliments. Like, I just do the look that they recommend. This is the date eye, and then this is the day eye, and then this is the date eye, and I just get so many compliments. So I'm definitely keeping that. One palette that I just will not get rid of is this Tom Ford Nude Dip. I never reach for it, but I don't want to get rid of it either. It's definitely expired at this point, I feel like. Another eyeshadow palette that I really love is this NARS palette, which is the Afterglow in Irresistible. This was one of those limited edition palettes. I reach for this quite a bit because it just has a very good mix of shimmers and warm neutrals. Like, look how beautiful that shimmer is. These liquid eyeshadows from Ilia. This is the liquid powder. I have chromatic eye tint. This one is in Dim, which is a pretty plummy shade. I love these because they're one and done and they last all day. Is in the shade Sheen for summer. And then finally, I have Burnish, which is like a more matte. So Burnish is more of a matte neutral. So Burnish, Dim, Sheen. Jouer's liquid eyeshadow. This is in Brilliant. It's a really beautiful eye paint. This color is a little intense, so I think I'm gonna let go of this one just because I haven't reached for it in a while. And then Stila Diamond Dust. I feel like I wanted to like this, but it felt a little choppy. Yeah, like I know it's a liquid glitter, but it just felt a little choppy, so I'm gonna get rid of that. See by Petra in Crystalline. This is similar to the Stila. Let's see. Again, I just feel like it's a little choppy, so I'm just gonna let those go because I don't really reach for that. And the reason I don't reach for those is because I purchased the Half Magic glitter puck in Dopamine Sparkle, and this is a drier formula which goes on a lot smoother. I did keep this little foam. So this is what it looks like swatched, and it's so much easier to work with, and it doesn't give me that choppy feel. So highly recommend this one from Half Magic. So now that I've gone through everything that's in these compartments, I'm gonna show some of the products that's just stacked on my table. This is the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. I just purchased this. This is a repurchase, and it's so good. It's in the shade Light Medium. So I love this like a skin tint for summer. It's under $5. It's very lightweight. It goes on and feels like water. It works well for oily to normal skin and dry skin. It's very universally flattering. So it just gives you a nice little tint. I have a Say concealer. This is in the shade number 4. I have number 5 in my everyday makeup bag. So number 4 is more like my winter shade, whereas number 5 is a little bit deeper. This is a beautiful under eye concealer. It's very lightweight. It works well for me. I know some people were having issues working with it, but I do feel like less is more with this product. So just play around with it, maybe get a sample or test it out in the store. One of my favorite single shadows is from Kjaer Weis, and it's in the shade Charmed. I've had this for a while, and nothing beats me just rubbing this shade all over the lid. It gives me the perfect wash of color. It's the taupey, it's like a taupey brown, and I love this shade. I love this color. This is in Mid-Century from Merit. It's their single shadows. It's called their Solo Shadow. And this is like the perfect brownish, reddish brown, but still very, very on the brown side. I like to wash this all over my lid as well, and it goes on, it sets, it does not budge. It's so good, especially for hot weather. It literally sets and won't come off. It barely set, and I'm having trouble getting it off right now. A lip product I really love from Half Magic. This is their lip Mouth Cloud in Magic Brownie. This is the perfect brownish red shade, and it goes on like suede lipstick. It's so comfortable, and you can blot it out, you can sheer it out, you can do whatever you want with it. You can like blot it. It's so beautiful. I love this product. Another eyeshadow palette from Dibs. This is in Roses in Hand. It's a very pretty cool tone rosy shade. You've got a deep, deep rich brown, which I love using for liner. And then you've got some cooler tone shimmers and a rose tone shimmer, very pretty. I have a Say, what is this? Sun Glow Super Gel. So this is their bronzy version of the highlight one that I like. So I'm actually gonna put this over here with my bases. I have a Say gloss. I like their gloss finish. I don't love the smell of it. This is in Bounce. And the reason is I think there is no scent because they make really beautiful products for all skin types. And I just want a little bit of a scent, but I get their ethos. So this is so pretty in Bounce. Picked up the Summer Fridays, what is this called? Dream Lip Oil in the shade Blush Dreams. One of my favorite lip oils that actually has some color payoff. It's a really pretty rosy tone. Obviously, I am drawn to a certain tone here. So that one I'm keeping out to put in my bag. This is from Tower 28, and this is in Coconut. again, very similar color scheme. This one's a little pinkier, and I really like this one as well. Perfect for summer. So I'm gonna place that in my lip section. Dibs Glossy Balm. This one is in Favorite Child, which is just clear. It's got a little sparkle to it. It's so pretty. You can put this on over just a lip liner and it just looks absolutely stunning. So I love Favorite Child. I am gonna put that in here. Another lip product is this Chanel Vital Beige is the name, and then Balm Lip and Cheek Balm. So this is their lip and cheek balm, which I love. The shade is Vital Beige, number 3, I think, and I love this shade. It is the perfect like rosy, deeper rose. I put it on my lips, I put it on my cheeks. You can use it as a highlight if you're a little bit deeper toned. Very beautiful product. I actually want to put this in my everyday makeup, or you know what, I'm gonna put it in here and then I can switch it over. I love the Sachet lip liners, and this is the lip elixir to kind of go over it or to fill in your lips with. So I need to put that in there with my lip liners. That's in my everyday makeup bag. I've just been keeping this out because when I'm not wearing makeup and I want a flush of color, I've been using the Jones Road Miracle Balm in Flushed. This is a very like dewy, balmy texture, but it just gives me this like, is she wearing anything? Is she not? It looks hydrated, it looks dewy. It's a really beautiful shade for my skin tone. I'm kind of obsessed with it. Again, like swatching it doesn't really do anything for it. You have to see it on the face because it's just one of those products that requires you to see it on the face. And then another product from them is the Dusty Rose, which I can't figure out, like I was using Flushed and Dusty Rose, but so I had actually purchased Dusty Rose when Jones Road first launched, and I wanted to like it, but I think Dusty Rose is more of like a highlight for me, if you can see it, and then Flush more of a blush for me. It's cool because these have shimmer, they have color payoff. Some of them you can use to color correct. You have to watch tutorials on how to properly use them, but they're really beautiful products. So for Dibs powder blushes, I like the Duet Baked Blush Duo in Spice Gal. This is my favorite one that they have. Some of their shades are a little intense for me, so you can use them separate or you can mix them together. And I like using this as a blush topper to kind of reinforce my cream blushes. And I'm gonna put this in my blush pile. Something I'm going to get rid of is this Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. They keep sending me this. I tried to like it. I just don't see a point to it. So I just give them away for other people to try it. I do like their lotion, and I also like their SPF stick, which is the Watermelon Glow Dew Balm with SPF 45 as a topper. Really, really good SPF topper or retouch with makeup, but this is not my favorite. I also have this Dibs Starstruck, and I really like this coral, but the bronzy is a little intense, so I'm gonna keep it, but I'm gonna keep it kind of in like my I don't reach for as often section. And same with the VIP Pink. This one is really pretty, probably more for fall and winter for me. Very, very beautiful flush, and I'm trying to do more color theory, so this fuchsia is much prettier on my cheeks, but just something I would reach for more when it's cooler weather. Let's go into the lip drawer. This is excessive, so I have to kind of be a little brutal here. First things first, I'm gonna get rid of all of these lip stains from Rare. They're just old. I don't reach for them, so they can go. They're not bad. I know some people had reactions to them. It was fine. I'm gonna let these go. This is the Peri Para Ink Velvet 33. Beautiful, just a little intense for my lifestyle these days. Really pretty, like suede matte red. Just not something I reach for, so I'm gonna let it go. Again, I just don't reach for bright lips these days, so I'm gonna let that go. This is the Style Netta Velvet Lip Tint. This is my favorite in taupe. It's one of my absolute favorite shades for a darker lip, so I will keep this one. It's also pretty new. Then we've got the Peri Peri in Velvet 34. 4. Again, really beautiful finish. I just don't wear colors that bright anymore, so I'm letting it go. I'm just gonna let that go for now. I bought this and I never even opened it. Now I'm thinking I'm not gonna want it, so I'm just gonna let that go as well. I have all these lipsticks from Rare Beauty. I'm just gonna let them go because I don't reach for them. I don't really wear lipstick, and if I need a lipstick, I can always go find one. Favorite lip liner right now is the one that's in my purse, which is the Makeup Forever Everywhere Caffeine, I think is the name of it. So I had gotten this one because I was really into Wednesday on Netflix, and this is what they had used on her. So I actually feel like I'm gonna use this for fall just to have like a berry shade. And then I have my favorite lip liners are from Jouer, but these are not the colors that I typically want to reach for. So I thought Sienna was the shade that I used to like, but it's almost too brown for me, so I'm gonna let that go. I have the shade, I think this one is Bare Rose. Again, this one's a little too pinky for me, so I'm gonna let that go. I have these from Rare Beauty, which I'm just gonna let go. They can go with the lipstick, so if somebody wants the lipsticks, they can also grab the lip liner to go with it. This one is from Pixi, and it's in the shade Natural Rose. I think this is more my lip color that I like for a lip liner, so I'm gonna keep that. I have this Wonder Skin lip liner in 360. I bought this as part of a video I did over on my More Serene Woo channel, where I bought the first 5 ads from TikTok. So I like it, not enough to keep it though. It's okay, it's nothing to write home about. And then this is the Tower 28 multi-liner in Fill Me In. I like it, but this is a little bit like purpley pink, and I prefer the other shades more, so I'm gonna let that go. This is the Kjaer Weis Lip Pencil in Saturate. This is a really pretty brownie nude, so I'm gonna keep that one for myself. I have another lip liner from Tower 28. This one I love. This is Draw Me. It's their multi-liner, so this one's more for my eyes, and I like it, so I'm going to keep it. This is the Fido Lip Balm from Naturium. This is in that really bright pink shade in Hibiscus. I just haven't reached for this shade in a while. This was kind of like during that Barbie era, so I think I'm going to let that go because I'm kind of over that shade. And then this is the e.l.f. Spicy Sienna Lip Oil to Stain, but everything just kind of looks the same on me. Once it dries down, it turns into this like hot pink, so I'm gonna let that go as well. It's not my favorite. I know it looks orange here, but I swear it like dries down funny. Lip glosses from Dibs, and I kind of keep them all because it's my friend's brand. She doesn't own it, but she works there, and I just feel like I can't get rid of products that she sends me because she's one of my best friends. So maybe I can get rid of this orange because I don't know that I'll ever wear this orange. Let's swatch it real quick. Yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of this orange because it's pretty pigmented and I don't think it shears out at all. I mean, could I wear orange lip gloss? I'm going to let this go. That was in the shade Orange Crush. So it's a really unique shade. This is in Soda Pop. No, this one is like a purpley brown, which honestly, I just don't think I'm gonna wear something that deep. So I'm gonna probably let that go. I don't know. See, she works there, so I don't want to let things go. I'm putting it back now. This is her favorite. 1987 is her favorite like brown lip gloss. Oh, gotta keep her favorite. Effortless Pink is my favorite, and then this one is Strawberry Summer, which I feel like is so perfect for summer. Really pretty. And we're gonna go strawberry picking soon. So this is Italian Soda. It's like a cool tone pink. Swatch it there, which is almost like a clear. I love that. You know what? I'm just going to keep all of these because they're hers. Like, I want to support her, and so I'm going to try and make orange work for me. And if it really doesn't, I'll get rid of it after that. So here is another Fido lip balm. This is in the shade Goji. I really love the Fido lip balms. I just, I don't always love the shades, which is totally fine. So there's like, it's like a watermelon-y shade. I might keep that for summer. I have these Tower 28 lip softies, and I know they're tinted, but honestly, they're like not, because they sheer out so much. Like, it's a barely tint. And then I have it in the shade, what shade is this? This one is Blood Orange Vanilla. And then I have Watermelon Kiwi. Those are all great for summer. These are the Juicy Balms from Tower 28, and this is in Shake. I love the concept of these. I just don't really wear them, so I'm going to let this one go specifically because it's a cooler tone pink. And then let's look at these. I have, this one is in Squeeze, which is like an orangey red, very bright. This one is in Mix. I think Mix is my favorite one, so I'm going to keep Mix. And then this is in Drink. So these I'm probably going to let go of. I'm just going to keep Mix. I have this lip gloss from Pixie Beauty. It's a really beautiful sheer rose shade. But again, I just have so many lip products. So that's the shade, and it's really gorgeous. But I don't know. I'm going to let go. This one is clear. It's in Chill from Tower 28, and it's their Shine On. It's just such a perfect, like, clear gloss. I'm going to keep that, of course. This I bought from Salanetta. It's their Velvet Lip Tint in Like Gentle. I can't decide if this shade is flattering or not. I feel like it is, so I'm going to keep it. I just kind of forgot about it. I have two of the Tower 28 lip glosses. This is in Spicy. I feel like this is probably a little too red for my taste. Yeah, that's a little red. I'm going to let that go. But I do like this Fearless shade because while it's very purpley, it's like, it's really nice. It's very nice. I'm going to keep that. And then I have Ilia in Tahiti. And this is their gloss. It's like a pinkier, but I don't think I need this. So I'm going to let that go as well. This is from Kaja Juicy Glass. I have lots of lip oils. I'm going to let that go. I'm going to let this one go. This is my favorite lip oil that's clear. This is the Essential Hydrating Lip Oil from Jouer. Making sure these still smell okay. I can't tell if it's gone rancid. I think it's still okay, but it's just super hydrating and it gives your lips like a nice little gloss. I have these from Say. So this is a beautiful plummy shade, and it's in the shade Dream, which I like to keep because they're all very sheer and wearable. And then this one is in Play. This one is in Kiss, which is almost clear, honestly, with like a light pink tone. And then Dip. But they're all like, you can see they're very, very sheer. And then I have this Tom Ford glitter thing, which is so stupid because I paid so much money for it and I never used it. So I'm just gonna let that go. So I have these NARS Afterglow Central Shine lipsticks, Aragon, Wild Ride, and All In. I'm just gonna let these go because I don't need them. So I have my liners here, and I'm just gonna put them in the drawer. I'm actually gonna bring this one out and use on my eyes. Moving on to my final drawer. See what we can get rid of here. Clearly, I am a big supporter of my friends. I've got all these Dib Status Sticks, which we'll go over in just a little bit. Glow Tours, ooh, which again, we'll go over in just a second. Let's try and get through this. So this is the e.l.f. Halo Liquid Filter. I remember the hype because the Charlotte Tilbury, it's like a dupe essentially. Here's the dip thing though, I just don't really find a use for it. It's like, is it supposed to go under foundation? Am I supposed to just wear it on its own? I mean, I guess it is pretty, but it's super glowy and I just don't see myself wearing it on its own. So I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it for a little bit longer. This is the Say foundation. I'm not a huge fan of their foundation. It's good, it works. You have to shake it up because it is one of those foundations that will separate, but I find that I like their slip tint a lot more, and I just am not a big foundation person, so I'm letting that go. I'm also gonna let go of the MAC Face and Body. This is one of those amazing ones that I just I'm gonna let that go. I'm going to let go of my Euphoria foundation for reasons that I've already kind of mentioned. Here's the Kosas BB Burst. I completely forgot I owned this. I knew I bought it at one point, but I thought I got rid of it. So I'm kind of glad we're doing this because I'm going to keep that. Going to get rid of this Ever Daylight Tinted Radiance Moisturizer. The shade is in light. It just doesn't match my skin perfectly. Let's see, what else can we get rid of? These are the Jouer eyeshadows. I don't know why they're in here. I think I was just trying to find places to stuff stuff. So I love the formula. I just don't really wear these. This is something I would have worn like when I did more eye makeup, but these days I kind of just am one and done. And while these are one and done, they're very dark shades, so I'm just gonna let those go. Then we have some more Dibs blushes. This one's really pretty. This one's Backstage. So they're more mauve-y, definitely more for fall for me. I like things a little bit brighter and poppier for summer and super hot months. And then this one is in Popstar. I actually really liked Popstar. Do I already have Popstar? Do I already have it over here? No, that was Spice Gal. So this peachy shade is so pretty. I know it doesn't look like much swatched on my fingers, but you kind of have to see it on the face. It's just a really beautiful baked blush, especially used as a blush topper, which is what I recommend with these. Another one of those Jouer eyeshadows, eye creams. I mean, look how beautiful they are. Again, it's just more like, it's not my lifestyle anymore. This is the by Mario medium contour stick. It's broken already. Like, I can't get the product out, so that's gonna go, and it sucks because I barely used this. This is one of those perfect products. Like, you cannot improve on this. It's the Pure Nude Highlight from Essence, and if you ever want to fix your makeup or just look like an angel, buff this over your face when you're done with your makeup. Rare Beauty Stick. This is the bronzer. I used a bunch of this. It was really good. I just have found products I like more, so I'm gonna get rid of that. We have a classic Laura Mercier Baked Highlight in 01. Again, I kind of forgot about this, but it's just one of those classics that I learned about from Kathleen Lights back in the day and was obsessed. People always ask what's on my face when I wear it. So definitely keeping that. And then we have these on-the-go bronzers from Pixi. These kind of went viral. I wouldn't call them bronzers though, because that is definitely like more of a pink. And then let's show you the bronze shade. And this one's like more of a highlight for me. So I know they went viral, but honestly, I just don't see the color payoff in these. And maybe I have the wrong shades, so I'm gonna let these go. I love these from Tower 28, Beach Please and Dream Hour. This one I wore again during that Barbie phase, so I'm gonna let that go because I'm not really in that phase anymore. But I do love the shade Rush Hour and Magic Hour. So Magic Hour is one of their best selling cream blushes, and it's because it's kind of like that ginger blush I talked about from Laura Mercier. It just looks good on everybody, and it's very subtle but does a beautiful job at brightening up your face. And then this one is in Rush Hour, and this one's going to be a little bit more corally, and these are very pigmented, so they blend out and then they sheer out, but you can also build upon them. So I love these. I have a little Ilia multi-stick. This is from that birthday kit, and it's called At Last. It's kind of dried out, so I'm gonna let that go. This is the Jouer Bare Rose Lip and Cheek. I love the product. I don't love the shade, so I'm just gonna let that go. We have this Dior blush in the shade Rosy Glow. This again, when it went viral, It's pretty. I'm going to keep it because I barely used it and it was expensive. So I'm going to try and get through it a little bit. I have these NARS blushes. I was so excited when they sent this to me. They're really beautiful. There's nothing wrong with them. I just have so many products and I don't reach for it that often anymore because I have so many products. Like one person cannot go through all this. So this one is in Orgasm Rush. This one was in Secret Lover. I'm just going to swatch them real quick for you guys. It's very watery. It's like watercolors almost. The formula is beautiful. You can build it up. It lasts all day. I'm just getting rid of it because it's not going to get used up and I don't want things to rot in my makeup. And then Aragon is the final shade I have. It's really pretty. I have Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek. This one is in Work. This is very much like my kind of shade, very rosy. This just works. Work. I'm gonna keep it. I think I'm gonna make like a little makeup kit of extras and I'll just put it with like my powder, this little mini powder over here. We have a bunch of Say blushes. I love these for liquid cream blushes. I love them. They're just so good. So Spicy was the first one I ever purchased. It's a beautiful brownish blush. So you'll see that. And then I have Rosy, which is like a pale pink. Again, all of these are super wearable. This one is in Baby, which is like almost a cool tone pink. Very bright, but wearable. And that's what I love about these, is that they're very bright and very wearable. This is in Sweetie. I think this is the one that broke off. Yeah, so this is one of my favorite ones. Unfortunately, like, I don't know what happened to the doe foot applicator. I think it fell in there, but Sweetie is such a pretty like pop of pink. I've got Chili, which is like almost a purpley pink. So you can see that. They're all really beautiful. You can't go wrong with these. I have another one in my everyday makeup bag as well. Here is a Jouer Warm Blush and Bronzer Duo in Peach Bouquet and Perfect Tan. Very pretty. Perfect Tan is like the perfect brown powder bronzer, especially if you're into it. And then Peach Bouquet is a really pretty like light pink. We've got this, which I wish Dior did not discontinue. This is like the best. I still keep it around because they discontinued it and it's like one of my favorite products for contour and everything. So let me stack these over here. Blushes from Make. This is really pretty. I just rarely use powder blushes, so I'm gonna let them go. We have some highlights from Jouer. This is the Sissoir. It's very pretty, so gorgeous. And then we have this one, which is my favorite. It's Citrine. It's such a pretty one. That's like my all-time favorite. So we have that. And then this one, Pixie, I learned about this from Melissa Alatorre. This is the Delicate Dew, and this is the perfect highlight. Like if you only buy one powder highlight, this is it. You get two, you can mix it together, you can wear it separately. It's the best. This is the product that kind of put dibs on the map. This is their Unbothered Bronze. It's supposed to set and then you're good to go. This is the more like orangey warm tone. I have another one, High Road, and this is the one that I would reach for more just because it blends out and it's like a little bit brighter. And I like a little bit brighter, but this would be on my legs and this would be like on my collarbone and stuff. So they blend out really lovely. I love them. They're both gorgeous. There's a third shade too, I believe. Okay, let's go through all of, oh, I have more blushes. So this is in Poppy from Say. I completely forgot I had more colors. Beautiful coral shade. And then we have Dreamy. Oh no, why did a bunch of these not have, that sucks. I didn't realize Dreamy didn't even have that. Okay, so I'm gonna stick Dreamy over here. Okay, so let's go through all of my Dibs contour sticks, blush and bronzer sticks. So these are blushes. What is this? Oh, I have this Hourglass in Smoke. Oh man. So pretty. Maybe I'll wear this. Kind of forgot about it. Also why it's good to like go through things, huh? I have Smoke, and then I have Scattered Lights and Reflect. I think I'm gonna wear Smoked, and then I'll leave Scattered Lights. I should probably stick these up here so I don't forget about them, because I've definitely forgotten about them. Oh, here's the other one. This is the Good Life Gold. So that is the other bronzy stick. It's very golden. The problem is when I don't have my makeup on the table, I kind of forget about what I have, but I'm hoping that by decluttering, I'll be able to see things a little bit more efficiently, and then I won't forget, or maybe I need to declutter a little bit more frequently so that I don't forget. Let's start with the Glow Tours. This is in weekdays. So this is the bronzer. It's a good bronzer. And then the pink looks a little scary, but I wasn't sure that it's very wearable. Got Retrograde Rose. So this is the bronzer. It's very dark, which is good for those who need a darker shade. And then this is the shimmery rose toned bronzer. That's actually really pretty. Did not expect to be able to wear that. Pink Cosmos. This scares me a little, like how pink that is, but I'm sure it's wearable. Oh, yeah, it's very bright. I think I might let that go. I just don't see myself wearing it. And that's the bronzer. I am gonna let that one go, Pink Cosmos, because it's very similar to Weekdays, and I feel like I'd wear Weekdays more than I would wear Pink Cosmos. I don't know, I think I'm gonna keep it, because again, it's my friend, so if I can make it work, I'm gonna try it out, play with it, and then I can always let it go. Okay, and then we've got the rest of these blush and bronzer duo sticks. So we have number 2, which is a little bit darker than my favorite, which is 1.5. So it's like a more cool toned. Number 1, which is more of a coral pink, which I love. Love that coral, especially for summer. It's so pretty. And then the bronzer is definitely going to be a little lighter. 1.5 is still my favorite. We have 2.5. So this one's a little cooler toned in the bronzer. And then this is a cooler tone fuchsia pink as well. And then we've got number 5, which let me wipe. So number 5 is going to be more of like a red, which is still very wearable if you share it out, and a bronzer. I am going to keep this e.l.f. Halo Glow filter, see what I think about it. I'm probably going to move it over to my main compartment, and I have the final products to share with you for today, and then I'll do like an everyday makeup bag update. So this is the Say Glow Sculpt, and I don't know if I need all of these. I love them though. So this one is in the shade Bronze Glow, and it's just the most beautiful like warm bronze, but I don't know how to wear it, honestly. Like I haven't really figured out a way to wear that one. This is in Pink Glow, which I was using as a blush topper and a highlight. Very, very subtle, very pretty. This is in Peach Glow. This one's kind of like chunky, so I think I'm gonna let that one go. And then I have this one, which is in Mauve Glow. This one I was wearing as just a blush. Very pretty as well. So I'm going to keep those 3. And I'm going to also put these baked highlights away, because they're pretty. I'm just probably not going to reach for them as much during the summer. So let's see here. How do I do this? So that completes my makeup collection declutter and organization for this video, but I wanted to hop on here real quick to let you know that if you're an OG fan and remember Makeup Bag Mondays, I am doing it in a more casual way over on my Substack. Those of you guys who have chosen to be a paid for subscriber, which starts at $5, you are able to chat with me directly over on Substack and tell me what kind of content you want to see on Substack, as well as anywhere else that you follow me. But as a thank you, I thought I would relaunch Makeup Bag Mondays. It was a paid for subscribers idea, and I will allow everybody to read the first part of it, but then the products that really didn't work for me and kind of like more of the negatives of things when it comes to beauty will be for paid for only. And we'll see how that works. It's going to be Makeup Bag Mondays, but I don't want to feel forced to churn out content that maybe isn't the best of my opinions. There's a week where there's not something that I've tried or I feel like I need more time, I'm not going to post it, if that makes any sense. But anyways, if you really enjoyed Makeup Bag Mondays, check out my Substack. You will be able to read most of it for free, and then there will be some parts of it that will be for paid for subscribers only, just as a way to thank those who are supporting my content in a monetary way. Like I mentioned, whole spiel was in the beginning, but thank you guys so much for watching till the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, share with those who might enjoy it, keep my content circulating. That's a way to support in a free manner that also continues to allow me to keep posting content everywhere. And for daily content, short form content, you can always follow me on More Serein Woo, as well as all of my socials, Instagram and TikTok, as well as shorts. But over on More Serein Woo is where I post more shorts. And of course, I'm keeping things strictly beauty here. More lifestyle, more consistent content is on More Serein Woo on YouTube, as well as Serein Woo on TikTok, Instagram, and Substack. Have a wonderful rest of your day.